Former Nissan CEO Carlos Ghosn speaks out for the first time since he fled Japan. At a press conference in Beirut, Lebanon, he described how he was, quote, brutally taken on the day of his arrest back in November of 2018. For more, Yahoo Finance's Akiko Fujita joins us from the newsroom. Akiko, he talked for about 2.5 hours and really gave an impassioned but also very detailed defense of himself.
Yeah, no question about that, Julie. This was classic Carlos Ghosn. Hearing from him for the first time since he was detained in Japan back in 2018. He was defiant. He was emotional. He reminded those in the press that were gathered there about the success that he had achieved leading that alliance between Renault, Nissan, and Mitsubishi. Now, he didn't get into specifics about how he escaped from Japan, but at one point he did liken his surprise arrest to the attack on Pearl Harbor. As for why he chose to leave Japan now, he said he realized that if he didn't get out of Japan, he would die in Japan.
This was not about justice. This was, as I felt, I was a hostage of a country that I have served for 17 years. I dedicated my professional life. I was proud of it. I revived a company that nobody else before me was able to do. For 10 years, they were in the dirt. All of a sudden, a few prosecutors and a bunch of executives in Nissan say, you know what? This guy is a cold, greedy dictator.
Ghosn still faces a number of criminal charges in Japan, including that of underreporting his compensation by as much as $48 million. And he pointed the finger squarely at former Nissan executives in terms of what he said was this plot against him. He denied every one of those charges and started to rattle off some names of those he thought were involved, including that of former Nissan CEO Hiroto Saikawa, who was Ghosn's successor and at one point considered a very close ally of him inside of the company. As for how this case moves forward, where Ghosn said that he had not received any insurances from the Lebanese government, that they would not prosecute him in any way, but he did, in his words, say he was confident that existing practices and laws will be respected. One more thing to note here, guys. I thought it was interesting. Ghosn was very critical of that alliance between Nissan and Renault, saying that he believed that since he had left, that alliance had lost its way, which certainly points to the fact that he is still very much plugged into this business, even after being detained for so long.
Hey investors, Zach Guzman here. Are you interested in learning more about the markets and getting the latest financial news? Well, then click right here to subscribe to our Yahoo Finance YouTube channel. Get the latest up-to-the-minute market analysis, big interviews in the world of finance, and information on how to manage your money every day wherever you are.